Had to do a quick save there.
Not the party, but the people.
Ain't no party like a party. Party people won't stop. Say what?
We need a party for the working class. Don't be elephant, don't be ass. We need a party for the working class. Don't be elephant, don't be ass. We need a party for the working class. Don't be elephant, don't be ass. We need a party for the working class.
Jump all parties. Jump all parties for the working class.
We need a party for the working class. Don't be elephant, don't be ass. We need a party for the working class.
Dump the elephant, dump the ass. Fuck all the parties for the working class.
Don't be elephant, don't be ass.
Fuck all the parties for the working class.
Don't be ass.
Abolish all parties for the working class.
Don't be elephant, don't be ass.
Abolish all parties for the working class. I like that. Abolish all parties for...
Don't be an elephant, don't be an ass.
Abolish all parties for the working class.
Don't be an elephant,
Don't be an ass. Dump all parties for the working class.
Don't be an elephant, don't be an ass. Abolish all parties for the working class. Don't be an elephant,
Don't be an ass. Abolish all parties for the working class.
don't be an elephant, don't be an ass. Abolish all parties for the working class. Don't be an elephant.
Don't be an ass. Abolish all parties for the working class.
Let him hear you.
Don't be an ass.
Abolish all parties for the working class. Elephant, dump the ass. Abolish all parties for the working class.
Dump the elephant, dump the ass.
Abolish
No
all,
party for the working class.
abolish all parties for the working class.
Dump the elephant,
Dump the ass. Abolish all parties for the working class.
dump the elephant,
Dump the ass. Abolish all parties for the working class.
dump the elephant.
Dump the ass. Abolish all parties for the working class.
One, two, three, four.
Fuck the status quo. 5, 6.
3, 4.
Fuck the status quo.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck the status quo.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck the status quo.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck the status quo. Obama, free Bradley Manning.
Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Run straight. So now we're down here at the Obama headquarters where they closed today because they knew this was going to go on. They were so cowardly that they couldn't even stay open and talk to the people.
Whistleblowing is not a crime. Why is Bradley doing time? Whistleblowing ain't a crime. Why is Bradley doing time? Whistleblowing ain't a crime. Why is Bradley doing time? Whistleblowing ain't a crime. Why is Bradley doing time? Whistleblowing ain't a crime. Why is Bradley doing time? Whistleblowing ain't a crime. Why is Bradley doing time? Whistleblowing ain't a crime. Why is Bradley doing time? Whistleblowing ain't a crime. Why is Bradley doing time? Whistleblowing ain't a crime. Whistleblowing's not a crime. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning. Obama, free Bradley Manning.
We're here at the Obama headquarters in Seattle, where he closed the building today because they didn't want to deal with us. But they just didn't come to work today. That was a response to us trying to explain how Bradley Manning is a crime against humanity. Locking up a whistleblower that tells the truth about crimes against their own society should be commended. But the politicians are just pissed off because they don't care. They're only in for the crime or the war for the money.
It's a trooper! How much do these corporations want Gabriel's food? What can you offer him? Can we get gay marriage? Would you get gay marriage? Gay marriage? Gay marriage? Gay marriage! How much
Gay marriage!
Education, Trans-Pacific Partnership is promising you education. Do you believe them, Gabriel?
Fuck no!
Fuck no! How about food, real food that's not GMO?
Yeah!
Wells Fargo, can you promise Gabriel real food?
Wells Fargo?
Wells Fargo says yes. Do we believe them?
No! They're investing in prison!
How about a $500,000 campaign donation from Microsoft? Microsoft, can I get a $500,000 campaign donation so you can get Gabriel's vote?
They've got Dick Cheney!
Microsoft is one of the top 5 donors.
You're a filthy pig.
And they also wanted a
they're going to buy charter schools!
ballot on our
For
ballot.
our kids!
How do we feel about Microsoft? Seattle's sweetheart. Do we want them to sign what our government
Nasty.
does?
That's the rich.
Check their stock! Going down! Check their stock! Going down!
Check their stock, it's going down. Check their stock, it's going down.
Check their stock! It's
Hey,
going
Jack,
down!
let's auction off your vote.
Now
Hey,
it's
Jack,
Huh?
what can these corporations do to
There's
win
not
your
enough
vote?
money for everybody here to buy my vote. I'm not Halliburton. Nobody can buy my vote.
Tell her,
It
Jack.
may be something you don't like, but, Halliburton, I don't like theirs either.
Anyone else want to tell these corporations what they can do to win their vote so that we can cut out the middleman?
Shoot themselves in the fucking head.
What's that, Chris?
They can shoot themselves in the fucking head.
No, Wells Fargo, Microsoft, and the Trans-Pacific Partnership need to shoot themselves in the fucking head!
Get it over with instead. What was that? Don't waste the bullets. Jump off one of your high rises.
Self-destruct corporations, multinational corporations of the world, self-destruct IMF, self-destruct World Bank, get it over with, self-destruct already. We're sick and tired of waiting, and we don't want nuclear war. Thank you.
Anyone else want to tell these corporations what they can do to win their vote?
We're here in Seattle.
Abolish capitalism. Hey, corporations, can you please dumb down shit in our culture as much as possible so they're all really sheepish and stupid, and that way we'll vote for whatever the fuck you say.
I'm the wolf!
All right, let's get some media. You own some media. Would you share your media with us, corporation? No, they won't. I just want to say something about, Bradley Manning and why everyone's out here today. There's people gathering in cities all over the country to demand that Bradley Manning be freed immediately. He is not a criminal. It's the people who are running this country, who are fighting wars, dropping drones on children, who they're the criminals. And the information that Bradley Manning is accused of leaking is actually information that people need to know. The truth about what this government is doing in all of our names, bombing children in Iraq, torturing people, and it is completely illegitimate that Bradley Manning is in prison. The real criminals are the war criminals. And I just want to say that there's actually a 12-step program for people overcoming the addiction to voting for the lesser of the two evils.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I want to read that to people today.
12-step program.
Number 1, admit
Yeah.
Number 2, remove conflicting bumper stickers from your collection. Shut down Guantanamo and Obama 2012 are mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Number 3, understand that killing and more unjust war is the wrong kind of change to believe in.
Here, here.
Number 4, stop lying to yourself. The president is not sucking up to the most powerful interest in the world because he loves you. Number 5, cut off all contact with Obama, Holder, Clinton, and Pelosi. No more phone calls or writing letters. They are aware of what they are doing, and they don't care what you think. 6, realize Obama is standing up and fighting. Unfortunately, he's fighting Afghans, Pakistanis, Yemenis, Somalis in your name. Number 7, no more excuses. The Republicans are not making Democrats increase domestic spying or deport record numbers of Latinos. 8, get over your romantic feelings for the Democrats and their supposed commitment to poor people. This election cycle, poverty is not on the agenda. I don't know people we're watching the DNC, but they did not mention the word poverty once.
Wow. Fascist.
Number 9, make a list of all war crimes committed under Bush. Cross out Bush and write in Obama.
Yeah.
Add support for indefinite detention without charge, expanded drone wars, and invasions of 2 more countries, and it's healthy to gag at it. Number 10, come to grips with this. The only thing scarier than the Republican Party, a party full of climate change deniers, fundamentalists, women haters, gay bashers, election stealers, and racists, the only thing scarier than this is a party who continually moves to the right to accommodate them and gets Americans to go along in that direction.
Yeah.
Number 11, forgive yourself for being taken in by the promises that were not delivered and for ignoring troubling signs because you wanted to believe in change. But remember, insanity is doing the same thing over again and expecting different results.
Yeah.
Number 12, as a result of these steps, you can now carry the message to those who still suffer from an addiction to the Democratic Party. Nothing is as liberating as resisting an evil when you know it's wrong. And this is what we have to take out to people. There is no hope in Obama. There is no hope in this system. It's long past time that people rise up, find common cause with the people of the world. We're not going to accept the bombing of other countries in all of our name. And, I'm coming from my own personal perspective. There are a lot of people here of different perspectives today, and we need to unite, to fight, to stand up, to say no more. We're going to resist Obama's crimes. We're going to call them out. But I'm coming from the personal perspective that what we need is an actual revolution.
Yeah.
This system, its time is up. It needs to be dismantled and replaced with revolutionary institutions that actually empower the people to get to a society where there's no more oppression with people or divisions between people of nationalities, between men and women. If you want to know more about that, you should check out Revolution newspaper, and I just want to hold it up real quick. And the cover is really telling. Obama has no future for the people, but the revolution does.
Nice. Very well done. I love it. Very good.
Do you know somebody who's in a self-destructive relationship with the Democratic Party?
No, well, I know a lot of them. I try not to associate myself with them too much. I mean,
sure. So Microsoft is an excellent example of a nonprofit organization that
Have you seen the Revolution?
doesn't actually connect people they're advocating for. A lot of the things that they're doing in other countries.
Yeah? What do you think? What's your thoughts?
I think it needs to be widely distributed. I think this should be carried by New York Times. The articles are in here. It should be carried by these mass media newspapers that are in denial also. They're the ones that are half the problem. New York Times is a really extremely liberal newspaper, according to them, but it doesn't really tell the truth all the time. It doesn't tell the power of the people. All power of the people was a thing for Occupy Walk USA. That was our motto, all power of the people. Whenever we send out over fire, we always make sure to say all power of the people. Because that's where the real power lies in this country, in this world. The people control everything. We already do everything. We're already doing it all. What do we need them for? Please, I would love, that's why I love this. We have to empower them to understand. Hey, you working with our gas station. If you want to keep doing it, keep doing your job. But do it for society, not for capitalistic things. capitalistic gains are not going to improve society. It's only going to improve individuality.
Thank you, Cody. Let's talk about Wells Fargo for a second. We're going to talk about Democrats. How many Democrats do we have sitting on Seattle City Council? How many promises have they made to us about moving our money out of socially irresponsible financial institutions? Do you know where all our money that we pay in taxes is spent? Wells Fargo! Do you know how much they've done? Do you know how much our Democrats in Seattle City Council have done to take our money out of Wells Fargo? Jack shit!
Exactly. That's the wrong dichotomy. And I think a lot of what
they say they love us.
People
Despite all the empty campaign promises that we get from every single one of these politicians that sits in this office. Are they here with us today talking to us about how they're going to fix things?
I mean, that's where I'm
no, they're getting on the national media making empty promises, expecting us to show up at the ballot box and say, yes, I support your corporate greed.
I think you're absolutely right about this, the truth being out there, and Revolution newspaper being out there, and the whole big way. And one of the things that we're going to be going to the campuses on a bus tour soon. It's in that newspaper, and
who's going with you?
And so it's going to be all different kinds of people. There's going to be. I actually went on one of the bus tours to New York City, and we went and we were bringing.
I'm going to New York City tomorrow.
Oh really? Right on. That's awesome. And we were bringing people this book by Baba Vakian, and it's like a handbook for.
Can I show people the cover?
Yeah, please.
I'm getting the feeling
Basic from Talks and Writings of Pod. How do you pronounce it?
Avakian.
Avakian. I hate pronouncing names wrong. I lived in San Diego for a long time. To pronounce the names wrong in some cultures is very disrespectful.
He's actually Armenian.
Oh,
Some people who are Armenian are like, oh, Avakian. So he's a revolutionary leader who's re-envisioned communism.
The hundreds of billions of dollars, the fossil fuels,
what were the advances, but also what were some of the errors, and how do you do that next time? And people knowing this is like a whole other way, and this is
private contracts,
can't change the world if you
defense
don't.
industry, the Republican predecessors,
So this is what we were taking out to people.
Trillions of dollars to the banks that wrecked our economy.
In New York, which
and going back to Brad Manning, since he's been incarcerated for over 900 days without charges, it really baffles me that Barack Obama, who's a former professor of constitutional law, would
constitutional underwriter.
would support such a thing. I mean,
I like that.
I think his.
I like that.
If that's his.
That's power.
His understanding of constitutional law. He must be a really shitty teacher.
I mean, that's the only reason I'm out here is because of that right there.
We're talking about the
legacy that we're leaving to the future generations of this world.
Today,
it's not something I want that I'm proud of right now. Technically, my life ends my life tree because I have no kids. I don't want kids or anything like that. So the legacy that I really want to leave isn't even for anybody I know. It's for the future.
Without an American order.
Man, you look around. You can't see the major problems that have been happening endlessly.
We have to get together.
I mean, you can still be apathetic about it. I don't know how we're going to wake them up except for just keep talking to them. Keep talking to them and keep explaining it to them over and over again. I hate George Bush, but I use a lot of his quotes. He said, propaganda. The only trouble with propaganda is you got to keep repeating yourself over and over again. Well, he's right. We just got to keep going there. But we're not spreading propaganda. We're spreading truth.
Yeah. That's like,
and I
one of the things that
I actually saw
one of the things that the places where we were going into projects, in New York City, and literally there were children playing in garbages, stop and frisk, have you been to that in New York?
Yeah.
Like 93 out of every 100 residents in these neighborhoods have been stopped and frisked. We were told stories of children actually being sexually assaulted by police officers while being stopped and frisked.
I was just reading an article about it the other day, actually. They just, 8-year-old boy was just molested by a New York City police officer for that reason. Yeah. It's disgusting, yeah.
And one of the things when you're out here dealing with is that people for the system is literally a horror have been locked out of any kind of understanding of how things could be different, you know. And so what that book was doing was giving people a way out, and it was electrifying for people to know that there's actually a way out of it. There's a strategy, and there's leadership to get to where we need to go. It's based on not religion, but on a scientific understanding of reality and how do you actually get to that kind of world, and bringing people forward as emancipators of humanity. And it was just what that opened up for people was just fucking incredible. People had tears in their eyes because of the hope that it brought them. Because you can preach to people all day long about how fucked up things are, but if you don't have like a vision,
you don't show them a solution, another way, something that they can empower themselves. I mean, we just got done with the People's Library. I don't know if you got up to see that.
Yeah, I know. I'm nanny, and I actually wanted to bring my kids down, but I didn't get a chance.
It was so positive. It was so positive. The community that came out, every one of them. I mean, we had this little 9-year-old boy who his mom every day tried to get him to the library, and he always wanted to go to parks and stuff like that to play. Well, the People's Library was open. He wanted to go to the library every day. Every day. The last day she was like, I'm kind of sad that the library's open back up because my son has been coming here, and this is the first place he wants to go. Every morning when he wakes up, he wants to come here to this because it's fun for him. He enjoys it. He reads. People acknowledge his existence. People actually talk to him like a human being. Like he's a grown-up. Like his voice actually matters. You guys all actually cared so much that he felt the love without even knowing who you were, and you not even knowing who he is. But he understood that you cared enough about their ability to read, their ability to learn, that he just wanted to come. He wanted to see all of you, and he wanted to play. And it was like, that was touching. I mean, for me, we got to do more things like that. We have the firehouse on 23rd and Yesler is closing. And we have a doctor that wants to start up a free homeopathic medical center there. So we're trying to convince the city to give them the building. So that way because the city wants $400,000 for the building or something like that. And we're like, well, it's a community building. Why do we got to pay it? We're keeping it in the community. The community is still using it. Why it's not going to go into private hands. So it's a community building. So that's something, I mean, it's fucking bureaucrats. I say just take the building and do it. I say just take the building and do it. I'm like, just move in. When the fire department moves out, you move in. I mean, that's all, but there's some people that won't agree with that, so I'll let them try their proper channels, and when that doesn't work, I'll just move into the building and we'll start it anyways.
I mean, I think that, that's the ultimate goal of a revolution, is that you actually, a lot of people talk about, revolution, but actually have very different ideas. It doesn't just mean, a change in ideas or a change in attitude. It actually means, dismantling of the oppressive institutions and replacing them with revolutionary institutions that empower the people, you know what I mean? Prisons, we have a constitution actually for socialism, and what you would do on day one after the revolution, what that would look like, And I mean, I think that one of the things is what people are dealing with is that you can't actually make that kind of a revolution until there's millions of people. I mean, look what happened with Occupy, which was, I think there was the basis to mobilize much more broad support against the repression. But you do come up against the force of the state, and so there's you have to. One of our strategies is you fight the power and transform the people for a revolution, and there can be there's a strategy in here for how you actually get to that point, and then how would you win when the conditions emerge, because we are talking about a very fucking powerful military.
The number one part, the most powerful military in the world. We've been more than all the other countries combined.
And those are, if you're serious about changing the world, those are questions that people need to think about. And that's what we're trying to project out there in a whole other way.
If you're trying to have a peaceful revolution, I mean, they got more guns than us. No matter what we do, they have more bombs, they have more guns. They can annihilate us at the touch of a button. But they can't do it if the people are empowered enough to say no, all in one force. And that's going to take years and years of building. And then I look at Occupy as it was I believe in Occupy. Everything I do, I say is an Occupy event. Because Occupy, I look at it, it empowered people. It may have turned into a weird clusterfuck of arguing, but the message that it first did is it got people to say, wow, there might actually be another way. There could be. Maybe a handful of people aren't going to stay.
Think about what that means. Anarchy is
before that, I know a lot of my friends that weren't doing any activist work, and now they're full-time activists.
That's the only way you're going to have
in that sense, occupy the mind. Occupy your mind. You're occupying the conversation. You're occupying the topics. You're occupying what people are actually talking about, whether it be elections or whether it be community action. Whichever way you want to take that for. Yeah, it changes everything. The last election we had in 2010, we didn't hear one word about the 99%. We didn't hear one word about the economic class warfare going on in this country. We didn't hear about the division. But we heard some about how the middle class is going away, but how this person was going to fix the economy and bring the middle class back. Now what we talk is more, we're not going to bring the middle class back. That's going away. That's going to have to happen because of the economic structure that's been set up in this country through years of manipulation. That's the only way it's going to happen. That's the other part of the revolution is economic destruction of the society. If you look at other places that have had major revolutions started, most of the time it's from economic collapse. The mass peoples are lacking food, lacking shelter, lacking clean water. And that's going to happen here. You look at half me that says that they're running Romney and Ryan because they don't want to win, because they want the economy to fail on a black president.
With people around the world,
I'll say that out loud because I believe it could be true.
They've already done a lot of work for us.
If you look at all the
just
economic signs that are pointing to what's going to happen in the next 4 or 5 years here,
trying to give the illusion of consent and say, fuck them, step the fuck down.
There's no way that this society, on its need for fossilized fuel, and the consumerism that's going on.
I'm sorry, can we just, I'm trying to leave that?
Yeah. The consumerism that's going on in this country, and the problem that we have with fossil fuels and not ever even thinking about alternatives. It's going to really destroy us economically. We're not going to be able to pay for gas to get food to grocery stores. We're not going to be. In the last 10 years, gas has gone up 400%. What's going to happen in the next 5 years? It's going to go up another 400%.
And now they're telling me that if I am a pussy, if I am a liberal, if I'm a radical, then my only option is Obama. You know what I say to that shit?
In the grocery store. An orange will cost $2.50. At that price, the people that live in these communities will not be able to eat. They'll be relying on food banks. And food banks already are at ultimate low donations. They're at all-time lows to donations right now. So your food supply in this country would be one of the first things to get. The empowerment of community gardens is a great idea, but there's no way a city of Seattle in the short period of time that it has can grow enough sustainable food for the communities. I fear that. Next year I'm going to be taking every little sensitive thing they have in here, and we'll rip out every plant, and we'll plant food in every one of them. I'm going to take, I don't care if there's trees there or not, I'm going to take around and go put fresh vegetables and fresh fruits, and I'm going to put things that are actually useful for society. And
totally, there's no reason why we couldn't do those things because we live under the system. Like, it's not, I mean, it's really not like, I mean, there are some things that will take like more work in terms of doing away with divisions between people who work with their minds, people who work with their hands, divisions between men and women, but there are things that you can do overnight that have been done in terms of, feeding the entire population. Like that's happened, and you can do amazing things, and I think that more people are raising their sights, and I think that like part of what you were saying about.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that actually.
Yeah, you should
I'm gonna actually, yeah. I'm definitely gonna. Just because one quote was good enough for me to get the book.
If you go here, you can actually get it
okay,
online.
Nice. I will.
It's also one of the quotes from the book.
Okay.
And like one of the things that it talks about in here is that.
It's supposed to be streaming too, but I'm enjoying the conversation. No, I'm enjoying the conversation way too much to actually care about that.
Okay, so. I mean, one of the things that we talked about is how, like, the potential for a revolutionary crisis lies within the very nature of the capitalist system itself, with its repeated economic commotion, its unemployment and poverty, its profound inequality, its discrimination and degradation, its brutality, tortures, and more, and its wanton destruction. All this causes great suffering, and at times it leads to crisis on one level or another. sudden jolts and breakdowns in normal functioning in society, which compel many people to question and to resist what they usually accept. No one can say in advance exactly what will happen in these situations, how deep the crisis may go, in what ways and to what extent it might pose a challenge to the system as a whole, and to what degree and in what ways it might call forth unrest and rebellion among people who are normally caught up in, or fear of powerless to stand up against what the system does. But 2 points are important. Such jolts in the normal functioning of things, even they do not develop all the way to a fundamental crisis for the system as a whole, do create situations in which many more people are searching for answers and are open to considering radical change. The work of building a movement for revolution must be consistently carried out at all times. But these situations of sharp breaks with the normal routine, there's greater possibility, greater potential to make advances. So this must be fully recognized and built on to the greatest degree possible. So that through such situations, leaps are made in building up the movement for revolution and the organized force for revolution, creating in this way a stronger basis from which to work for further advances. Yeah. So it's like these mix. Like with Occupy, that was an example. I feel like that was an example of that, and where people were all of a sudden, you were like, where the fuck did this come from? Like I honestly, I was like, oh, you know, Occupy, that's cool, but you know, it's gonna fizzle out, or you know, which is you never know how far something's gonna go. But I think that one of the things that happened was there wasn't actually scientific leadership that was grounded in an understanding of how do you go up against repressive forces. And a lot of people, you know, thought, oh, springtime. I mean, that's the thing people were telling me. It was, oh, in summer we're going to come back. That was a huge thing. Kind of not confronting that repression.
Yeah, they thought the oppression was going to go away from what people were, I mean, they thought it was just going to be, oh, we're back, and it's like, no, you got to work on that. During the winter, so much outreach should have been happening, so much
Definitely. It's good to see some people again.
Yeah,
it sounds weird, but...
Can we hold that for a second?
We got you,
thanks.
We've got you come together, you know. It's very important. Even though some of our end goals vary or whatever, like we said in there, man, 90% of the stuff that we talk about, we agree on, you know. And those are all problems. And it's like the 10%, the stylistic stuff that we disagree with, the rhetoric and the things of that nature. I think we need to get past that bullshit and just figure out how we can work together.
I'm getting there is.
Here you go, take it back.
Sure.
This is Travis, he's fun. No, he's not
that much fun.
He doesn't believe in dancing, though. I find that hard to believe still.
So what's your take on where Occupy is at now?
I think it's in a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I think it's in a beautiful place. The sooner we get out of the media eye, the sooner we get out of the media.
So I'll walk around a little bit for you guys. I'm sorry, I got in a good conversation.
No, Jackson just turned around, left with David, and the cops just started following them. I tried calling them. They're already...
How far up?
Maybe 2 blocks now.
I'm a good jogger.
Huh?
I can jog.
No, it's fine. I think they're fine. They have their
I have a camera. I can run.
I just want to...
Damn, I can't see that.
I know. I think they're okay. They'll be fine. They wouldn't go after an MD. That'd be stupid.
They would, though.
No, they haven't yet.
So we're here still in Seattle for Bradley Manning. Like I said, though, this campaign office is closed today. Sorry, I was on a long conversation there, but it was a really good one, so I hope you did enjoy it, too.
Well, awesome. Do you have a website or a email or something to put on here?
To free Bradley Manning. I mean, Obama's got to do one stroke of a pen, and Bradley Manning, the whistleblower who told the truth about atrocities from our U.S. military, will be set free. When our military does wrong, we shouldn't be any better than the rest of the world. We should be held responsible for our actions just as much. It's the only way we'd actually have respect. That's how you build actually global support. By telling the truth and having transparency. So Bradley Manning is in jail for being transparent. Now tomorrow I'll be heading to Occupy Wall Street. I'll be leaving for the S-17. And then after that I'm going to try to get down to D.C. for the nuclear disarmament protest on September 20th to the 22nd. So I'll let you know how that works out for me. And I'll be streaming once I get to OWS. We love you all. I'm going to take off. I'm going to hang out with a couple friends before they pedal away. The clowns are my good friends.
Hey, what are you doing tonight, man?